In her travels, Eleanor saw how the Depression had devastated entire regions and industries, like Scott's Run, a mining community in West Virginia.
The miners were half-starved for several years, living with their children who were half-starved, and they had absolutely nowhere they could go. They had no way to get out of it.
For to wash our clothes, we caught rainwater if it rained. The barrel was outside. That's how you wash your dishes. That's how you got water to take your bath. For to drink was a well up on the hill. It had sulfur water, and it tasted like rotten eggs. It was like existence. You existed, yes. We existed, but it wasn't a very pleasant one.
Eleanor visited Scott's Run and was moved by the miners' plight. She thought they were perfect candidates for FDR's new Subsistence Homestead Program. The program aimed to ease rural poverty by building planned communities where people would farm small plots and work in factories nearby. The communities would provide health care and progressive schools. In 1933, families from Scott's Run began construction on the program's first community, called Arthurdale. With Eleanor as their champion, they built dozens of clean, modern homes, each with a garden large enough to grow vegetables. A year later, the first families moved in.
That day changed our life completely. There was our little white house set against this backdrop of green trees and green grass. And everything was nice and white and clean, and there was the bathroom. And of all things, a bathroom. And it was ours.
Arthurdale, Eleanor hoped, would show that people could lift themselves out of poverty if given a chance.
She came very often, I would say average once a month. She knew them immensely well. Mrs. DeGolier would come up to her, one of the homesteaders. "Hello, Miss Roosevelt." "Oh, hello, Miss DeGolier. How you doing? Your son, he had the measles when I was last here." She was on a one-to-one warm basis. She had no side. She was what I call old shoe.
Eleanor tried to use her connections to bring in industry. She even paid teachers' salaries herself. But the project had not been fully thought through. The homesteaders could not grow enough to feed themselves. Business failed to take root, and many residents remained on relief. By the early 1940s, Congress lost interest, and federal aid to Arthurdale ended.
Eleanor Roosevelt learned that she could not, just because she was nominally in charge, she could not make some things happen, and it doesn't work. And she really learned about the limits of power and influence from Arthurdale.